Hello again. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really cool background using the Sue Wilson double stitched zigzags. So this is what you'll need to make the basic card. I've got my stitched rectangles, set A and set B, just because I want a thin matting layer. If you've got only one of the sets, that'll do fine as well. I've got the middle sized of the zigzag dies and a sentiment die. So not much is needed here. To make it easier, I've got a sheet of double-sided sticky sheet, and the colour scheme I've gone for this time is white, aqua and teal. So to start off, I'm going to make my largest layer from my B set, and this is the first die in the set, so I call this my B1. And my main piece then is just going to be slightly smaller, so I'm going to use my A2. So the others are not going to be used today. So first of all, I'm going to cut my B1 out of my teal. So this is now my main matting layer, and I can stick this straight on to my card base. Now my card base has simply been made with an A4 piece of card folded in half. It was a bit too long, so I've cut it at 7 1/8 of an inch just to give me that white border. So we're just going to grab my tape gun, double-sided tape on the back. And mat it down. Trying to get that border as even as I can. Okay, so the size of the border is totally up to you. So we're going to be making our main layer now. So to do that, we're going to be cutting out a multitude of zigzags in different widths and sizes. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to trim my card down so it's just a bit shorter than my zigzags. So I've just cut them at 7 1/2 inches. So what I'm going to do is take some removable tape. Actually, I'm going to start with a teal at the bottom. And I'm going to have quite a wide one. So I'm just going to tape it. You don't have to be accurate with this. I'm just using my Platinum 6. So you don't even need a big machine for this. And actually 7 1/2 isn't quite short enough. So that's going to be my first one. So I'm going to start working up now. So I'm going to put this down again. And I'm just lining up along the straight edge on the bottom just to help me along. And I'm going to take my second one, and again I want quite a long one my sentiment is probably going to be on this one, so I want it a little bit more. There we are. So I've made a zigzag strip. So I'm just going to cut this out. So now I have a zigzag which fits into there. It doesn't have to be even each side. You'll see why later on. So all I'm going to do now is keep making different sized zigzags, lining up as we go. In fact, I think I'm going to have a wider one at the bottom. So I'm going to cut that now as well. I think that's just a little bit longer. Find it. So I've got a slim one. Now I think I'm going to add a bit of a white one here. And it's going to be quite a slim one. So what I'm going to do is take that tape off. And I'm going to tape them so that they're touching. So I've got a nice thin white strip. So let's have a look at how far up we've got. So I'm aiming to make it this height. So I think I'm going to have one more light coloured strip. So I'm going to cut it here. So I don't know yet if I'm going to use that thin one there or this thicker one. But when I made the original card, I cut out loads of these zigzags and I played around fitting different ones together. So I'm only using 3 colours here. You can use as many as you want. Okay. Just gonna cut these out. So I'm gonna have my base, my large piece where my sentiment's gonna go, another teal, a white, just to break it up a little bit, and an aqua, I think it'll fit better, yeah, that way. And this last big piece of white, where I cut from last time, is going to go there. And that is what I'm going to use to cut my shape. So rather than gluing them all down, what I've got is a sheet of double-sided sticky. Hardest thing about this is getting the sticky sheet off. Okay. So now this is all sticky, and I'm going to start building up my pattern. So I've got the first one down. Now I'm just going to line this up, and it's going to slot in. If you want to push it down, use the sheet you took off, press it down. So now I'm going to add my next one. Some white. So this is where you'll see it doesn't matter if your zigzags are all uneven this end, because we're going to cut out our rectangle from this. Again with the aqua, and finally that big piece of white. And now we have a nice flush area. Now I'm going to decide where I'm going to cut this. So how much are you going to have? I'm going to try and make it even so that my points each side match up. And so I realise I haven't got my tape ready. Right, and another go. There we are. So I'm just going to send this through the machine. So hopefully it's cut through the sticky sheet and our cardboard. If it hasn't, don't worry, it's a straight line. You can just cut it with the scissors. And there we have it, our zigzag panel. And the great thing is, because we use that sticky sheet, we don't need to get our double-sided tape or glue or anything. We're just going to take off, if I can find a corner. Here we are. Take off the double-sided sheet. Bring in our base. Let's hover over. And there we have it. Our base is done. So it's up to you how thin, how thick these layers go. But what we have got are plenty of little offcuts just to cut our sentiment. So this is the congrats one, which is going to go there. So I'm going to cut it out of the white. So you could just stick this straight down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a shadow out of the teal. I'll just poke out the centre of the A and the G. Same with this Y. So this white one was actually cut from the top of the scrap I had earlier, which had the sticky sheet on it. So that's just going to help me add it on. I don't think the sticky sheet's been taken off. So use some glue. And it just gives a little shadow. And glue the entire sentiment onto that large channel we made using the aqua. And there we have it. A nice, easy geometric card made with zigzags. And it's up to you if you wanted to add flowers or anything. Thank you very much.